Right, here we are at Surfers Paradise Golf Club. We just had a round. Will's come out and played with us today from Pureform Golf, and he's the gentleman that helped Al out with his putter fitting.
Yep.
So did a good job. He's been
Excellent.
holding some good putts.
You know, it feels good. I still don't like the look of it, but
but
it goes all right.
Oh, look. Well, today wasn't necessarily his great putting day, but he's certainly been holding some good putts.
Yeah,
to me, it looks like the way you've got him with that putter, it looks like more are going to go in. As where before he had that, I always felt that he just didn't quite look like they were lined up correctly. To me,
speed control is probably the biggest thing I've noticed.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
But to me, I'd look at him and go, yep, this is a par, he'll two-putt from here. And he would. As where now I'm looking at going, I think he's going to. And if he's not holding them, they're going very, very close.
Yeah,
good.
So, yeah, it's good.
Good job. So
what's in the bag with Will? That's what we're going to call it.
Okay.
Where do you want to start? The long stuff or the short stuff?
Mate, where do you want me to start?
Mate, why don't we go big to small?
Big to small. All right.
Yep.
So I've got the 2016 M2 high launch driver. Reason why I've got this is that the old model, which is the 2016 model, tends to spin a little bit more. For me as a player, my issue is that I decrease loft at impact, and so I need to generate as much spin as possible. I therefore have to go to a light shaft. So I've got a Kyoshi Oban 0455, which is a stiff flex 55 grams, but it's been tipped 1.25 inches. So it plays quite stiff, it just has to be light. And I need a high launching shaft, which is what the Kyoshi purple is.
If nothing else, it's bloody good looking.
Yeah, well, that's it. Nice bright purple, so it works out really well. In my fairway, I've got a Cobra F6 King baffler, which is a smaller head. It is quite heavy, so these heads dynamically are about 230 grams, which then means if you stick it into a 43-inch shaft, it's going to swing weight really heavy. So again, what I've had to do is find a really light shaft. So again, the same 0455 gram Kyoshi purple. To get it to swing weight around at D1, which is where I like it at. So I like it at D1, D1 swing weight of it. 16 grams. Actually plays quite short, so this one plays at about 41.5 inches.
Ooh.
My driver, sorry, I should say, my driver's 44.5.
Right. So TaylorMade stands 45.5.
Yeah, that's correct.
It does feel a bit shorter, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter. It's about probably the length of a long hybrid, like a two hybrid.
Two hybrid.
But
where does it sit compared with, say, a 5 wood?
Well, it's 16 degrees, so it's essentially a 4 wood. But yeah, I hit this as hard as I hit like a normal 3 wood, and it goes just as long. So I carry this about 225, 230 in the air, which is, I mean, good. Which is what you want. So my irons, I've got some Cobra King CBs, MBs, but my 3-iron is actually the King Forge Tech head. So it's very forgiving, very easy to hit. The reason why I've got this head rather than, let's say, the Cobra utility is because the utility head I can't bend the lingle because it's got an adapter. And so I've gone and confronted Cobra about the situation, and they said, you know, this King Forge Tech head has actually got the same similar design and tech specs as what the utility head is. So I went this head rather than the utility and was able to bend it flatter the 2 degrees, which is what I needed. Very forgiving, very easy to hit off the deck. Comes out flights quite high, which is exactly what I need. And so then going in terms of flight, I've got the Nippon Modus 105 stiff, but these have also been hard stepped because I'm quite aggressive at the golf ball. I need something a little bit stiffer, but I need something to launch in the air, which these are what these 105s do. And then through my set, so CBs from 4-iron through to 6-iron, and then MBs from 7-iron through to pitching wedge with the same shaft.
They're very nice little clubs, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really good. They've been finished really well. They feel really soft off the face.
I was saying the Norman grinds were very much like this, except with that same cavity back all the way through. And they're always a really good set of clubs. So
Cobra have come up really well in the last probably about 3 years with their products.
The Forge Tech ones are
Forge Tech are pretty good.
Forge Tech were top seller for a couple of years already. I mean,
and there's a reason, because they are a good clubs. But like you said, Cobra have done some good stuff. Certainly over last year with all their clubs.
Yeah, that's it.
So they
yes, they finished bloody good.
Then in my wedges, I've got some Vokeys SM6s. And with my wedges, I do get a little bit steep on the ball. So with my gap wedge, I've got the high bounce, which is 12 degrees.
Yep.
And then I've just got the M grinds in the 54 and 58. So I've kind of gone back to my traditional setup that I had probably about 6-7 years ago,
yep.
Which I'm very familiar with. And then I've kind of personal stamped them with my wife and kids' initials on them, just to have a bit of personality into the club. But with these shafts, instead of having the same nip-on shafts, I've gone with these KBS 610, which is kind of a lower launching high spin. So it's more trajectory control, penetrating ball flight with these shafts. They are a little bit heavier, which I like. So I can get a little bit more control and feel into my shots from about probably 60% to 80% swing. So,
yep, we'll certainly make yeah, great wedges, and it's all very much what you feel comfortable with, isn't it?
Well, that's it. You know, there is.
So going back to those and stamps,
yeah.
Mate, do you want to say hello to your wife and kids? Mate,
Lauren, Judah, Noah, hi. Just finishing up now.
On the show. Look at that.
Yeah, just finishing up now. So
yeah.
I'll be home soon.
Dad played pretty good today too.
He did.
I can only try.
Yeah, played really well.
Yeah.
So you go from there to your
putter. Yeah. So I've got an Odyssey collection milled, which is now part of the old collection, number 7. It's been cut to 33 inches, but I've got these counterbalance weights, which is OptiVibe and Tool Lock Pros. And I've got a 75 and a 60, and what that does is it helps with speed control, but better so tempo stability, and helps reduce face rotation by up to 40%, which I mean, realistically, every player kind of needs.
Yep.
So we make it heavier in the handle at Pureform, and that's just to add with stability and control.
Have you added weight to the head?
No, it's the 10 gram standards that come with it. I mean, the mill collection does come with a 15 and 20 grams, but I've kept it light because I wanted all the weight in my hands. Yeah, it comes out mint.
That's something that I noticed with the putter fitting. That was the best thing, was the counterbalancing, the different where you put it in your hands, whether it's high or low or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
It changed how it feels and it changed how your speed is. That's
Exactly.
what I found the best.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yep.
And balls.
Yeah. So last thing. So I used to play Bridgestone. I mean, I still got some Bridgestone at home, but I've kind of gone out and tested this new TP5 ball. And today I hit the TP5X versus the TP5, which I tested last time. And I can tell you what, these golf balls are ridiculous. They test so good. The flight, like, I've always had a bit of trouble getting the ball to launch in the air, traditionally. And I can tell you what, last couple of rounds I've played with these balls, the ball just comes out so good, and it holds in the air for so long. And yeah, I mean,
yeah.
So you two boys use them. Yes, you certainly both played.
Yeah.
Like,
but
really well.
it's up in the air. That's the difference. Taylor's it's so high.
Yeah. Companies are going to have to start changing what they do, because right now I can pretty much say these things are forefront what technology is right now. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Anything else, mate? Anything in there? Anything special?
Nothing else keeps special, mate.
No.
He doesn't play enough.
I don't play enough golf.
Don't play enough.
My hat's pretty cool.
Actually, that's something.
He's got these boa. These new Puma have these new boa hats. So kind of like FootJoy and all these new companies are starting to do with the boa. So I mean, it's as simple as kind of putting the hat on and then kind of just clicking tighter, and then click one right to loosen.
Done.
Cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Well, why not? All right. Beautiful. Well, it was great to have you down here, mate.
No worries.
Mate, enjoy your time here.
Will do.
All right. And hopefully we'll catch up again, eh?
No worries.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Pleasure, mate. Good fun.